No more silver scrapes. We're going into pick and ban for game 5.
You know, I think realistically coming into this, Gamelord as well have switched sides. For the first time ever, announced blue side.
Yes.
Oh, Gamelord a blue side for this game 5.
We're still going for the Ari ban.
Yeah, that's Gamelord going for the Ari ban. The Ziggs ban here from Team Queso. They don't want to let that
So
one go.
Team Queso picked red side this time. Interesting.
For the Ziggs so far throughout this entire tournament.
This offers up an interesting discussion, though, D-Man.
Are they leaving the center?
Okay, no. Yeah. Do you know what? They've just banned Camille, so the discussion is gone.
Well, that's your point, but my point was about the center. The Gragas does go as well, which Queso have been banning all the way through the series so far.
I'll give a bit of caveat for that. I think
this is the first time this whole series that Gamelord is now on blue side and Team Queso is on red side, which is going to be very, very interesting.
I think Random may still be the #1 Gragas on the server. I'm not entirely sure, but the Senna gets banned here. So
Senna and Ziggs is banned.
An even draft at this point. No major power picks, glaringly obvious.
Wait, that Gamelord banned Camille.
Has been banned previously against Zefta, getting locked in for game.
Yeah, banned by Queso all the way through 4 games so far, and the first time it's let through into there. And as you say, Zefta, who has had a pretty darn impactful performance so far, but the Galio being picked up by Queso, will that be matched with maybe a Rakan? No, it's going to go for the Darius.
Darius.
That's very interesting. See the Darius locked in very early, especially when you're not looking into heavy melee. Galio
Interesting.
Is a very good
predictions again? Whoops. Is there a toss for pick sides? No. So it's whoever loses the last game gets to pick what side they're on.
Gamelord have yet to lock in a very heavy melee comp. We're going to see Random lock in the Fiora. This is a very difficult matchup for Darius. But it can work. We'll see the Oriana.
Predictions up, chat. Game 5. Who wins? Who wins, chat, in game 5?
Aggressive comp coming out of Gamelord, no doubt about it. As you say, no.
Rakan, Team Queso, memorized again, not bad.
I think the Braum would be a good option. Yeah. I think you've hit the nail on the head there, D-Man. I think Braum would be great in this situation for Gamelord.
Are we going to see the Zaya Rakan? We did have the Corki Rakan.
There we go.
Here we go. So it's
Zaya Rakan, nice.
The Zaya Rakan combo.
That's the old school Queso.
Yeah.
That is exactly what they ran through the first 2 Origin series. The Zaya Rakan going back to their roots.
Ezreal for redemption.
I would not be surprised to see Ezreal Braum. I think Ezreal Braum would be the best answer here. The other one could be Janna, but Braum will be the lock-in. I think you correctly mentioned it is the sensible pickup in this scenario. Very good single target lockdown of those frontline threats.
Oh, Kha'Zix.
Kha'Zix for Andre gets locked in here. Very comfortable draft for Team Queso.
I mean, it worked well. It worked well last time.
I'm excited. I'm excited for game 5.
Oh, great. This focus is on.
What do we think, chat?
Let's see how it
Gamelord or Team Queso, who's going to win it?
Game number 5. Winner takes all. Gamelord bringing it back from 2-0 down.
Predictions ending in like
to reach the
3 minutes, by the way.
It's fine.
And Rix GG will be facing each other after
all good.
this series.
Predictions, chat. Go, go, go.
My word. Let's see. We already have some fun and games.
Of course not, Nikos. What kind of question is that?
It's a lane swap for Team Queso. Looking to catch Random out in the
You backdoor me enough.
Here.
Wait, what's it called?
Go
yeah, Zaya against Thingy's going to be very good.
Are they full on trying to catch Random out? They're baiting him out.
They're baiting it and saying, look, I'm doing my same route.
This is really good if I can. If I can start a W.
Random's just going to go over the wall here, surely.
Rakan. Want to use W? Good on.
Should just be able to go away from this one. The water goes down, but the coverage is there. And
that was so bad.
What is Team Queso doing?
The switch. So that's going to put Gamelord behind a little bit.
They're trying to swap back, and you can see actually
they're losing a full minion wave in bot side.
They realise, okay.
Yeah. They don't even win that.
Oh, right. One went back. Oh, no. It was only memorized. It was only memorized. So I think it'd be okay.
This is very interesting. They're giving.
This is really interesting. This game. I don't know who comes out on top here, honestly.
Absorbing bot lane waves for Team Queso.
Yeah, Acolyte's
any bot lane?
Yeah, he really is, and looks like they're going to try and punish that as well.
Random's still at 1 though. Still level 1, hasn't yet to do anything, and you can see the punish trying to come out from Acolyte here. Just going to get the ward down, so Acolyte will get to lane.
Acolyte? I don't think you should be there, buddy.
Jungle just above him.
I'm trying to zone him away here. Acolyte.
Random's got nothing here. Still level 1.
Random
hasn't been in lane.
In a bit of a rough spot. Acolyte's actually absorbed pressure from the mid lane right now.
Random level 1 still.
Random, unfortunately, is constantly zoned away here. He's actually going to back off entirely. But it is actually Acolyte that came out on top because he shared that experience in mid.
Darius can't 1v2. No, against Braum, I suppose, again.
I mean, no, of course. I mean, so can't Random either because Kha'Zix is going to be top side.
Level 1, while everybody else is level 4.
Random's about the rage quit AFK, I think.
Already for Zefta, for Veos, for Redemption, and for Ruiz.
Yeah, Random can't do anything.
Random's just hit level 2.
They're going to commit a lot of resources to try and protect Random to get towards this tower.
Random, this is not the play. Oh wait, Show stop playing. No, Show stop playing. It's not bad. Okay, so they rotated to get Random some wave, yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad by Gamelord, not bad.
Actually. He's not even that far behind anymore.
When will you be good looking at... Huh? Amadeus, I have no idea what you're talking about.
If you've been watching throughout, then thank you very much. If you've just joined us, you have missed an absolute belter of a series. Get your buddies involved here. There is some prime League of Legends being
When will
played.
I be as good looking as Stuart?
Being zoned away a little bit by Redemption, but
What's this?
I don't think I ever will be.
in his lane now. Random, a little further behind than his counterpart, but is starting to absorb.
I don't even know who comes out on top here. I mean, Ezreal gets solo farm, which is a bit interesting. But Random actually gets XP from this, so it's not that bad.
Sticks around, and I mean, we've got to talk about the team comps, obviously. We were mentioning the Gamelord. Yes, they are very aggressive, and is this kind of trying to punish that aggression effectively?
What's up, Alex?
One of those weapons out of their arsenal.
Oh, Lord.
Worked that successfully. Obviously, it worked well at the start, but Gamelord, he is going to be lacking on the gold. There's no doubt about it, but Random will be. Sorry, but has got the levels back now.
But I think you've given a lot of solo experience and solo gold over to Redemption here, and actually it's working out in okay for Gamelord. That they're still in an okay spot. Memorized and Ibu are just pushing this wave in towards Random. He's going to be able to absorb this.
This is going to be a really close game 5. I have a feeling it's going to be really close game 5. Both comps are pretty good, in my opinion. I actually don't know who could win this.
Players, and I think that's why this entire lane sort of came through in the first place.
I mean, they have the Zyra Rakan bot lane, which is pretty decent, but then you got Braum Ezreal on the other side, which is also pretty decent. Mid lane, I'll probably give it to Gamelord. Like, Orianna just scales so well. Jungle, both of them are pretty decent. Top lane, both are pretty decent as well. Like, this is the closest draft, in my opinion, right?
Now, we know that Queso have been focusing on the Rift
What do you
Herald.
think, Geese?
Andre comes up, here comes the Memorized Ibu combo, and
let
it
me
will
think.
be a simple Rift Herald for a dragon.
Waiting for thinking.
That's what we're going to see.
Walls
Rift Herald for dragon, and Gamelord will
I think
happily just make
TQ
that
maybe?
trade.
Oh, they've caught someone out. That's going to be one, and that's going to be Random, actually, that was taking a bit of damage. Got caught out there by Ibu and Memorized.
I don't think Gamelord have any synergy with the Braum.
Hard to lock down a Fiora, can just get out of there.
I mean, if they...
quick true shot
If Show could get a passive...
does indeed go through. The scuttle grabs
Excuse me, sorry.
up, and this is going to be a tower for tower
If Show could get a passive proc,
We're going to see a collapse
then, like, you got Zefta and Random that can both proc it pretty easily. And also Ezreal.
No Rift Herald used here.
Suppose I have that a really good front line. Right.
Okay, win for... This is win for Queso in the end.
I mean, no, I still think Gamelord's going to win, but I think Queso have the better draft, maybe.
For the next dragon.
Queso get first tower and they get Herald. Again, it's all down to what they use this Herald on.
Random though, fancied that fight, you know.
How do Queso have no engage?
A little bit of tit for tat
They kind of do.
as well as Memorized.
They have Rakan, they have Galio. They have Galio second engage as well.
Or Kha'Zix with the Galio ult on top of him.
Yep. They have plenty of engage.
If you let Gamelord have a
I'd say they probably have more engage than Gamelord, no?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Like Gamelord have got a Lee Sin.
I mean, Gamelord don't really have a lot of like CC. They only really have like a Lee Sin kick and maybe trying to catch out Braum, like maybe with a Braum ulti. But you can cast out Rakan and then it can follow up with Galio.
Let me talk about this. Random has more gold than Acolyte. 400 more gold. Now, okay, 150 from the dragon. But
Random has first lane already, and he's rotated down.
Acolyte was put under the cosh as well.
It was a
you know,
bit, yeah.
he was
not as bad though.
Only in terms of experience, I would say.
Yes.
Maybe not in terms of gold. In terms of experience, he definitely had a relatively solid early game.
They could actually
locked up there. Memorized,
caught out
not gonna
Veos
pull the
there.
trigger because he had the support of both Random and
Today's
Shao.
BO5, tomorrow's BO7, yeah.
The only problem I have for Team Queso
It's
is they do not
BO5
scale
today.
in terms of raw damage output.
They have
Actually,
Rakan, but
when
it's
it
going to
comes
be
to
hard
really
for him
play
to
team
engage
fights
into
out,
that. Yeah,
both
true.
Orianna
Not wrong.
and Ezreal are going to be able to maintain.
You got Random that can dodge it, you got Lee Sin can dodge it, Ezreal can jump away, then you got Show with the shield as well. Like, they got plenty of ways to try and dodge it for sure.
Pro is a really good pick against enemy comp.
Oh, you meant Zefta. Yeah, they're trying to bait it.
I believe in random 1v9.
Andre's there.
True.
Here they go. Zeftis
He can-
go down. I assume they know
Yeah.
he's there. There we go. There's the kick, and that's going to force him out. And I think Andre was the actual focus of the target there, but they didn't bait him
Good
hard
show,
enough.
ulti.
Here comes the rest of Queso, though, coming down the river. There
Okay,
was
this
also
is such
the
an
back
even
from
game.
Acolyte there, just making
Just
sure he
trades happening
had
left,
the
right,
cover,
and
but
center.
nothing
No one
much,
wants to
nothing
risk
gained.
anything. This is
is
like
about
a
as tense as I would
casual
expect for a
game 5.
by
Yeah,
now.
it's so
I think
crazy.
also you've seen Ruiz
Ends of
just
its
burn
jungle
himself
barrel
out. It's a
in
really
Nikos.
nice ultimate to take off the board here for Gamelord. Especially that you've got the Infernal Drake coming up relatively soon. Should be back on the cards by the time that objective comes into play, though. Very tense, though. Very tense game 5. But I do, you know, like I said, this is a game that has been relatively risk-free for Gamelord, and I do favor them in that situation because of how safe they are at range in these team fights. I'm going to keep hammering that point home. You know, you've got an Orianna and you've got an Ezreal. This Ezreal now has the most gold in the game. You do not want to have an Ezreal that's got the most gold in the game working towards his Triforce and eventually into a third item, and that is when things are going to get scary. Seralda's Grudge on top of Manamune and Triforce, Ezreal becomes a real nuisance, and you don't really have a good threat, maybe outside of the combo between Andre and Memorized, to threaten an Ezreal, you know, succinctly enough to kind of at least carry you through the remainder of the game.
Yeah, and his True Shot Barrage fight starters in the previous time he managed to get on the Ezreal game 3 were phenomenal. He was catching it.
I mean, Team Queso still have Heralds. They're probably going to use it now when Dragon's about to come up.
Yes, he had the backup of the Zigzag
Even for next game, I think.
Zefta sticking around the bottom here.
Drake's about to come up in 15, so he'll use it now for sure.
Gamelord are coming down. They're going to throw down the Rift Herald, using that True Shot Barrage just to clear the wave and prevent any further
They used it
losses.
kind of a
It
bit
is
too
gonna be a
early,
trade,
but
of course, with the Mountain Drake coming up, they want to try and
yeah, maybe it's actually not too early. 3 seconds left.
Maybe it is next
they're
fight.
gonna have to be
Oh, they're
quick
pushing
to
mid
start
lane
with
as well.
the
They're going to get mid lane tower.
They're trying to get
They all rotated bot lane.
Bot lane shove there. It's a little risky though. I think Gamelord are out of position. They may end up giving up this.
They're not gonna get tower, right?
No, I don't think
Just
they'll
one
get
have
tower.
shielded.
As well.
Yeah,
They'll be able to
no.
clear this one out. Good amount of mid lane damage though.
There they are.
It's a good idea though by
And
Queso.
Brom's kind of AFK. Brom could have defended that so easy.
He's
still waiting.
You might wonder why
They still
Shao
defend
put
it,
his,
it's fine.
shield the
Yeah.
wrong way. It was
I mean, it's a good idea by Team Queso to be fair. I thought they were going to go for the dragon, but they just
get anyone locked up by it.
let everyone just go bot lane and then they tried to get mid lane tower. They got quite a lot of damage down as well, which wasn't too bad.
Still there, the mountain being
They're gonna do
started
this.
off here by Andre and
Gamelord
Ibu.
are really low on
And
HP.
at the moment, Gamelord were back in. The Brahma's not there.
If Brom shielded backwards to stop the feathers, right?
Yeah.
I don't think they can find
They can-
Oh, True Shot Barrage nearly got it. Holy moly.
Yeah, I think Team Queso played that incredibly well.
That was really well played by
Oh,
Team
behind
Queso,
them.
to be honest. Like, really, really well played.
Creates a mid lane priority, made it difficult for Gamelord to respond.
Really, really nice.
What I would say,
They
though,
did so
is
much
that
poke
Gamelord
damage as
did-
well.
They didn't
The
overextend,
Galio,
didn't make any
they did a
silly
lot of
decisions
damage.
around
This
what is a
Galio
very,
does so
very
much damage,
tempting
actually. It's
objective
crazy.
contest.
Like,
So I
what?
think Gamelord know how important it is
Crazy.
not to make one wrong move in this.
Bomb shield
particular game.
perfect? Yeah, the bomb shield was really
Jungle
clean.
invade. Here we go. That's what we're going to see. Random go for an Acolyte and kind of proving a point to say, you know what? I am not scared of you. I've beaten you a number of times in
Wasn't
lane,
Galio
and
ult
I feel at this
so easy?
point,
Yeah,
he has
Galio
the
ult
better
was a
of
bit
him.
questionable.
Absolutely.
Ruiz
Only one in
isn't
favor of Random right now. They've also burnt
doesn't seem very comfortable on
Ruiz
Galio
ultimate.
compared
That's
to like
impactful here.
I mean, Ruiz did so well, like
Ruiz.
Diana and Orianna, but he's
Yeah,
he's
like he was
been
1v9 in those
he's
games.
just been put on Galio duty these last few
Redemption's been
games.
given a lot of gold in
Yeah.
the jungle as well, so they're trying to essentially accelerate this.
He had some so much momentum as well. Vodavage isn't the best. Tier into like staff or something's better. I've tried them all of the builds.
Gamelord are looking for a fight right
But
now.
Tier's
They
better than
want
Vodavage,
to kill
Yeah,
him.
Tier, yeah.
0-0, 10 minutes in. This is kind of unheard of right now. in Wild
I like
Rift.
Tier Bear as well. It's
They're looking
cheaper.
for the kills, and they may well
Yeah,
find
quite a
it.
lot of mana as
Memorized.
well. Oh,
Not
memorized.
too sure about that one, but we'll get out alive.
Just about escapes with a sliver of
Memorized
HP.
kinda
Team
ending.
Queso come out on top, getting the bot lane tier 1 in their favor.
But he's playing
I mean,
Rakan again.
memorized don't.
2 games in a row.
Does Memorized even have
it is.
Stoneplate again? Wait, did Fiora just go? Did Random just go Schrader's Grudge?
Very nearly went down. Andre waiting on the
I'm pretty sure
wing.
Random just went
This
to
one
Schrader's Grudge.
Ibu as well from the
Androids?
In comes Ibu, who's not going to be enough though, and again another escape.
I'm pretty sure I just saw
remains
Random just
without
bought
a death.
They're
Schrader's
threatening
Grudge.
just every
Wouldn't be
single
surprised.
time. Gamelord need to be careful about their position.
Like a Chad move, that is,
Vision
isn't
for
it?
Team Queso is really strong. Ruiz has got flash available.
Oh yeah, Memorized
They are
does have
trying to
Airy. It's a bit
threaten
interesting.
They're going to dive.
They're
I
gonna
don't last
dive
game
him.
as
They're
well.
gonna dive him.
They're going to
Wait, Rakan has better wages. And he has Stoneplate as well.
Yeah, Stoneplate this time? Yeah, much better. I much prefer to have Stoneplate. Stoneplate is much better on Rakan, I feel like. Maybe Protobot sometimes is good if you want to try and get onto the backline even more, but when you engage with Rakan, the only problem with Rakan is that he's so squishy. So going Stoneplate just allows you to just deal even more damage. I mean, not deal more damage. Stoneplate allows you to survive a lot more when you're diving into the backline. There's been no kills in 12 minutes in this game.
Like, if
Well,
he
that
goes
could change now.
They may well have. Show comes down, facial vision, shockwave goes out, and Memorize
Really
will
did.
get away. Andre also taken very low. They should be able to
How is no one dead?
No! We hit the 12-minute mark and still no death.
Wow. It's such a tense game 5. Such a tense game 5.
Yeah, I feel like
Thanks,
Rakan goes
appreciate
the shock instead of Airy, then he doesn't need Stoneplate, and then he just goes Protocol, because then it's better in every way.
I
Like
think
Airy is this. Aftershock serves the purpose that you want Stoneplate to provide.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, you could go Aftershock and Stoneplate, and then you're just ungettable.
We're going to have one team fight and be done.
Yeah,
I feel that may actually be it. Yeah, this is getting scary. I don't think there's enough towers down for that to happen yet, because objectives have been pretty slow, in all honesty. We're at 12, nearly 13 minutes, and there's only 3 towers down, 0 kills.
This is a crazy game,
between
actually.
the two. Really not a lot to decide it. Gamelord, sorry, a little bit out of position. I'm so used to Queso being on the blue side. Tripping myself up, and that's going to be Zefta coming in looking for Ibu. Thought he'd caught him, doesn't catch him because, well,
That's a great thing about Zaya, is you can push lanes by yourself, you can just ultimate to safety.
Zaya has no ult now.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm
it
just
is
waiting
pretty
for
scary
random to go
against this.
1v9 on someone.
It's pretty scary against this next objective. Oh, Acolyte, the hook needs landed. I mean, this is such an intense game 5. Like, both teams have so much on the line in this game.
Just an Ocean Drake. It's not a big deal. Yes, it's going to be a decent amount of gold for everyone, but in a tight game like this,
you don't take the risk at this stage.
This is just not worth. And with Gamelord having the position and still ward coverage is looking good for Queso. They're now all time out, so it's a little late for them to.
Wait a second. Gamelord are out position. There's only 3 people in the pit.
Andre comes in for the smite fight.
Gamelord got
And
it.
then
But they win. Yeah, they win.
Yeah,
Yeah, Queso's going in.
Wait, Redemption? Oh no.
Alright, so the thing is like, in that situation, it's so risky to do, like, again, they're split decisions again by Gamelord. It's like, 3 people are inside the Dragon Pit doing Dragon, and it's like 2 people outside the Dragon Pit. And then all Team Queso do is group of 5, they team fight, and like, it's such a bad play by Gamelord. Like, they probably could have done Dragon completely fine, but they're completely split.
Finally,
Completely
we
split.
have
It's really bad.
some kills. Let's have a look at the replay and try and break that one down.
I think it really is just a setup.
I completely split. Like, look, Random, Redemption and Veos are just at the back. Veos does nothing. Look at Redemption as well. Like, they take Dragon, but they lose everyone because, like, Team Queso are grouping as 5, but Gamelord are just completely split. Redemption and Veos are at the other side of the wall, and...
Wait, who was that Drake?
Oh, what, sorry?
Did Gamelord get the Drake?
Yeah, Gamelord got the Drake, yeah, but it's only Ocean. Like, Team Queso get Baron for it. Like, it's so worth for Team Queso. They get 4 kills, they get the Baron for it, like, so worth it.
As opposed to picking up off a mistake from Gamelord. Yes, you could argue it was a mistake, but it was a pretty even game at the time. Let's see how the Baron power play can work out.
So worth it.
Ruiz and Andre will try and get them pressure down on
Random.
the turret, but they've got to be careful. They're being collapsed on, but look at the help. The help is coming in the jungle at the moment as Ibu will pressure down the mid turret.
Oh, this is such a tense game, actually.
Should fall here.
I mean, Team Queso played that well. Like, fair play to Team Queso, but Gamelord messed it up so badly. Again, it's just another split decision on the objectives again.
All 3 tier 2 turrets, I think, are going to fall here because the damage has been put down as well on that top turret by Acolyte. True Shot Barrage comes across. They really want to focus onto Ruiz.
Really well played by Random.
They're looking for it.
Random smurfed them. You see the parry there? He parried the Rakan ulti. Acolyte?
Is he gonna get it? Nope. That's so unlucky. That would have been huge.
He can walk away, regen the health.
Oh wait, Random's dead!
Was that the...
Random went down.
Oh.
Wait, how
His
did
death
Random...
time was so long.
How did Random die?
I mean, it's exciting.
Kha'Zix just caught him out of the wall.
Yeah, no, you take those little wins.
How long does Baron last? You can't even see.
Absolutely.
It's probably ended soon.
Queso.
It's
like
not
10
not that
seconds.
long.
1,000 gold lead. Inhibitor turret
Not that
on
long.
nothing. Let's have a quick look at this. This
It'll
is
be gone
the
now.
initial engage.
This is the initial engage. Actually, no, this might be where
This is the
Random went
random,
down.
yeah.
That's where
Okay,
Random
so
went
just
down.
Andre getting in.
Yeah. He just overextended a little bit, maybe overestimated how much riposte would get him in that scenario. Elder Dragon spawning soon, but really, 5k gold lead it is a decent advantage for Team Queso.
But does Random have protobots? Did I just see?
Everything heading into this final.
I don't know, Random's going for like a full Chad build. I don't like it.
Because we're 17 minutes into the game.
Really don't like it. And he's playing. I mean, he's trying to put everything in his own like shoulders right now.
He doesn't have protocol.
The tentative time that
I think
it
his
is
build's
again.
fine.
Look at that, just feathering off the side. They want to finish off the inhibitor turret. They
I
go
don't know
to
about
the top of the
Grudge,
inhibitor
though,
turret. That's what the
like-
focus is, and it's absolutely the right choice to go for.
Really don't like Grudge in this situation. Like, do you
and
really
just
need slows against their
completely
team?
mind
Like, who you
game
slow
I mean,
it?
it has to get the vitals off and one shot someone.
I'm pretty sure it's so much getting to go like Blades of the Rune King again or something, or Memorized? He's dead though. No, he's alive!
But he completely.
Oh, Ruiz! 3-man taunt in the backline. He actually did something on Galio.
It's a Q win, right?
And it is a 2-for-0.
Wait, they take Elder here, right? Oh no, Team Queso are gonna win
He's
this.
dead. Yeah.
They're so low.
This is all on
It's all random. It's all random
Random
1v5. No, that's it. That's GG. They push mid. They end the game.
Take control and they will.
Holy Team Queso.
Surely the game for the Spaniards. Team Queso coming into this. The team
Wow.
everybody wanted
Unfortunate.
to choose.
GG Team Queso.
As Queso will take the game. What a fantastic performance.
On the screen.
I think they speak for themselves.
Wow.
Queso into the finals. 3
Wow,
games
wow,
to 2.
wow,
It's
wow,
really
wow.
The momentum swung
Tragic.
against them for Gamelord, but it will be Queso in the final. Oh,
I mean,
what a series.
End of the day, they played it well. They had an excellent play in that last game. You could see that both teams were really, really tentative about how they were approaching these fights. But one wrong foot for Gamelord in case they were able to capitalize.
Wow.
I don't know about you guys, but that was probably the closest.
That
thing I've
was
seen to
the
a Mexican
craziest
standoff.
series
Like,
I've seen.
it went deathless for like
Mental.
14 minutes. They all just stood there, holding over, ready to get that
I
revolver
don't
out.
remember.
And
Absolutely
kill him in.
mental
This game has gone
series.
12 plus minutes.
Fair play to
No,
Queso.
it's so tense.
Fair
between
play
these
to
two
Team
teams, and
Queso.
You can see it means everything to Queso.
Wow.
You know, at the end of the day, you really feel like
Wow,
Gamelord
wow,
had built
wow,
the momentum
wow,
back.
wow.
They were looking for that reverse.